How long before you make that first move? I know this from experience that you can hold on to that first move for a very long time. It can frustrate you. You can even be ready to roll and you still never get out of the blocks. How many of you have gotten up to the start line, got down, got ready, and then as soon as the gun went off, boom, you're supposed to take off? Nope, you stop. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Wire Fire Factor. I am your host, Matt Wireman, and today I want to deliver a message about determination, motivation, or desperation. We have to decide where you stand on all these because as you try to pursue this life, there are plenty of things that are going to hold you at the start line. So today, I've got a great episode for you. It's going to be short, it's going to be sweet, but it's going to be to the point. And I want to hit a message deep inside of you that I know is still sitting there. Some of you've been through it. You know exactly what I'm talking about because you were able to get off the starting line. So if you've heard this message, see if it resonates with you and see if there's something else that you can learn from it. But I want to start with, what is your focus? Is it determination, motivation, or desperation? Let's start with desperation. How many of you have been in plenty of situations that you didn't want to be in and you were nearly desperate to get out of it? You really didn't care what the next step was. You really didn't care where it ended up. You were just desperate to change your environment. Well, I got news for you. If you do not understand what discipline and self-accountability is, you're not going to go anywhere. You can desperately seek something else. You're going to fall right back into the same hole. Because remember, many of us dig that hole and we over and over and over, we dig harder thinking that we were going to be able to get out of it. Well, what happens when you dig a hole, right? You go deeper. You got to start making moves. You got to start positioning yourself. And then that's where it comes to motivation. A lot of guys have motivation. Wake up, we are motivated. We want to change what's happening in front of us because we're just sick and tired of it. Well, I'm going to ask you, how low or how far down do you have to go before you take motivation, which is good. You can have motivation, but it's not going to be enough. But how long before you take that motivation and you actually turn it into determination? You see, determination says, you know what? I've got a goal, I've got a vision, and I don't really care what gets in the way. That does not mean you just bulldoze everything over that's in your way. It means that you got a plan. Here's the deal. You have to write it down. You got to see it. You got to think about it. You have to become obsessed with it. And then you got to truly manifest it. You have to understand that anything that you want to bring to life, you have to create that. Your energy, your vibe, everything that is working inside of you, you have to align those things and then give back to the universe. When you do those things, things will come to you that you never even thought imagined. Because what are we used to? We're used to doing. We use these, and then we try to just see what it means to us. Well, that's not going to work anymore. You're trying to level up. Well, if you want to level up, you got to start thinking on a much higher level, even when you don't have the answers. So I truly encourage you to make sure every night when you lay your head on that pillow, you do your motivation. You think about what's going to be in front of you, and then you think about conquering it. And there's nothing else that matters. I have fought the war behind me so many times and won it. And it meant absolutely nothing because everything in front of me was still standing there waiting on me. You got to be strong enough to say, I can handle that back there. That's on my backside for a reason. Now I'm going to take this head on. So I encourage you, when you get that determination, keep the vision, but you got to keep that vision strong. Keep that engine running. As we always say, make sure that tractor's got fuel because we're about to plow some things over. You've got to be excited about what's to come, but you got to believe in it because guess what happens? The minute that you get your mind right, your mind fails you. Your mind cannot take over because if you got the right mind, you got the right heart, and then you just got soul, that's all it takes. And a lot of times we always try to find something. We try to find an answer. Well, you got to make sure you do this without expectations. If you have no expectations going into it at first, right, that helps you get through all those rocky roads. Because if not, you're going to keep getting held up at every one of those checkpoints because you thought something was going to happen that didn't. Well, I'm here to tell you, turn that determination completely as far away as you can from desperation. Get excited about it. I don't think you're getting any younger. I don't see anybody going backwards on the old youth meter. So crank yourself up, start utilizing the days that are in front of you. And as Steve Jobs always says, don't use the weekend to get away from the life that you hate. Use the weekend to start building the one that you want. Start using those nights. And when you wake up in the morning, say thank you. Sometimes you just have to say thank you. You don't even have to know what you're thanking for or what you're thinking about or what you're doing. Just be grateful, because energy loves positive energy, right? So to keep that thing moving, have that determination, and I'm going to look forward to the big things that you guys are going to accomplish. Have a great day.